Hey guys, Don here from Pandemic Playgrounds, and today we are going to be working on the Mark II of the Rotor Rover. That's what I'm planning to call it. So let's get started. Now this is the version 1 that you guys saw last week. Basically what I did was plant this on rotors, put a hinge over here for steering, plant this on other rotors and put that on steering as well. A lot of you guys commented about this design that I should use bigger wheels as well as suspension, and that's where I'm losing most of my friction on. And yeah, this was a really bad example. So here is version 2 of the Rotor Rover. Now I actually implemented the steering into the front. There's no steering in the back, and it has a full suspension system. This is something similar to what I was using on earlier builds for the full suspension setup that I had before. But now it actually works pretty well. I tested a little bit about it. I'm able to attach anything I want to this guy. So first we're going to be testing out the 5x5 wheels on this, and I can just basically do anything I want. Let's pop in and I'll show you. I could lower the vehicle, and that's how it is. Now it is really cool how the suspension works. But as you can hear, the sound effects, it actually sounds like I'm clanking. Now this is actually doing 7 or 8 ms per second. And if I was to speed it up, all of a sudden everything gets really unstable. Look at the suspension kick in. Look at that. And I only could go about 15. Whoa. There you go, I just fell. And that was only operating about 2 rotors on this little road. Maybe I should actually add some guards so it doesn't fall off, but let's test that again. This time I'm going to use full speed and show you guys what's the maximum speed I can get on clear ground like this. It is a pretty cool design. The suspension and the steering works pretty well, but again, you guys were correct about the friction, and I am not getting a lot of the friction that wheels supposed to have, because these are still considered like blocks, and that's the biggest issue right now. Alright, so let's give this a try again. This time I will stay here. It bounces up and down, turn it to 2. Now it gets really unstable. Now I set off all 3. And you could see it's doing about not that great. Let's see if I could drive it from the outside a little bit better. Still bounces all around. Suspension's working great. This is all 3 rotors spinning, and I'm getting about 20 somewhat speed. Okay, let's give this a try a third time, but this time let's go on the regular ground. I will be publishing this design if anybody's interested in playing around with it, but it's really cool how I got this to work. So basically these are forced to go down at a certain velocity, but the torque is really low. These are set to go upward. Same for all the suspension. That's how it's able to react. And the steering, I just put 2 rotors here, and I'm using the crane script that I tend to use to control the rotors and everything else onto this guy, being able to control the steering and also the throttle. Now I do want to show other pieces other than these types of wheel, so let's try to get further without crashing this time, because that was a little risky. The suspension works out really great. It stays pretty stable all throughout, even when I'm coming into a turn. Alright, this is all 3 rotors. And I do about 23, 24 ms, 23 ms. Oh, there you go, 24. But I'm not sure if you can hear this from the sound effects. It really is like clanging, like hitting the ground like a piece of metal or something like that. But also the suspension is making that noise as well. You can see how it's like actually reacting to the ground. And then when I stop, it dips forward. So now I know that this works, but it still doesn't have friction. I really cannot solve this problem with this block. But what I can do is actually try something else. Now I wish I could use 3x3 wheels, but it can't, only 5x5 because of this stretched out piece. Otherwise I would have been able to use other techniques to play around with it, but I wonder if I could do this. Alright, there we have it. Let's give this design a try. Does it spin? Yes. Let's lower that down. It's going to be very awkward. Oh my god, it's so bumpy. It does move around like 7 ms. Let's see if I could go faster. I feel like something's going to blow up soon. $14. Let's see, 15. Let's unlock the other rotor. Wow, this vehicle actually takes a lot of abuse. Okay, so obviously it's not going to go any faster. 20 seems to be the maximum. 21. Yeah, you guys were 100% correct. Definitely having issues with friction. If I was able to get like the friction from the normal tires, I should be able to reach higher speeds because these things are spinning like crazy, but without that friction, it just won't happen. Anyway, let me know what you guys think about this vehicle. It's actually pretty cool with the suspension and the way it's laid out. Whoa. It works really, really well. I just gotta find some sort of tire or wheel that will actually work with friction. Or maybe I have to make a mod. I might have to look into that. Maybe make a mod. But I really want to use everything vanilla. Other than programming blocks like this one, but I want to use vanilla blocks, and I kind of screwed up the steering a little bit. But yeah, look how much work it's putting my suspension. Definitely a very funny view, but I'm not crashing and it's not bouncing all over the place. How's it look inside? Oh my god. The vibration is ridiculous. It's like paddling. Alright, let me see if I try a different terrain. Will different terrain give me better friction? Definitely spinning out of control. I don't think it does. Well, at least not the grass. Technically. What if I put more rotors up? I mean, I could extend as many rotors as I want. Also, you know what's another thing I should try? Maybe a lot more wheels. What if I gave it more wheels to give it more friction? How's that for a test? Okay, so I'm doing 15 on 2 rotors spinning. It's pretty stable. The suspension's acting pretty good. 23. Yeah, I mean, I don't think I could go any higher. I might need to use a lot more rotors, but I don't know if that's going to give me clang. But I could tell you this Mark II version of Rotor Rovers is really, really good. The suspension's working really well. The steering has a little quirks. Right now it's like not straight because I kind of banged into stuff and caused it to be misaligned. But I'm pretty sure I could fix that in the future builds because I could do something to realign the steering, hopefully. And maybe get that all fixed up. But as of right now, this vehicle works exceptionally well. Look at that suspension work. And when I stop, it just dips forward like a normal car. Tilts back when I'm accelerating, and it kind of levels itself out. I might have to like make the rear suspension a little bit more stiffer just to level itself out a little bit more, but yeah, seems to be pretty good. Anyway, I'm gonna keep playing around with this build. I might tune this car up a little bit, fix the steering, put some headlights on, put some rear lights on, maybe adjust or maybe add more rotors, maybe add one more set of rotors and see if I could go any further. I might need a lot of rotors. Like right now 3 gives me 30, right? Or 25. So if I get another 3, that would be giving me 50. Wow, I don't think I can go further than that. I'm going to really have to think about it to see how I'm going to break that record, but I'm going to keep this vehicle designed like this, tune it up just a little bit, and we'll see where we go from there. Anyway, that is it for me, guys. I know you guys enjoyed the first video. I am working on this little series to see if I could break the land speed record using rotors and other stuff. So if you guys are new to this channel, consider subscribing. Also hitting that bell notification icon so you know when the next video is going to be out. And I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.